awesome techniques to show you guys, and they're all different. So if you come tomorrow, it's going to be a whole new technique, all right? So I'm going to just go ahead and get started right away and let you know what I'm doing. This is my done model. Have a seat, doll. So as you can see, her color is gorgeous. And on her, I did a balayage sandwich with baby lights mixed together, okay? I'm gonna be teaching you guys the balayage sandwich today, and then come tomorrow for the baby lights, okay? So I just wanna show you guys though, the blend of her hair. Look at that. Do you guys see that? How beautiful. How beautiful her hair is. And anyway, there's that gorgeous, gorgeous blend. Anyway, so when she pulls her hair back, she has all those sexy baby lights, okay? She wears that any way she wants. Her color will look amazing, and that blend will never die. And on her, I used 1 part red, on the teardrop, red.
Soft pink.
No, what was it?
It was
Draco. It was Draco red, and then soft pink, and then with clear. And then on her ends, it was just straight yellow. Beautiful blend. Did the teardrop. Has anyone been here to one of our classes?
Nope.
Well, good. Then you guys will all learn. Awesome. Okay, cool. So she's
who are you guys again?
She's actually gonna walk around. You guys are more than welcome to take photos of her, dig into her hair, and yeah, just to see, you know, the blend and her beautiful color. So off you go, my love. Have a seat, darling.
All right, so on my model, I'm going to be teaching something I call elevated color. The idea is to start thinking of color in a third dimension, because we do three-dimensional color techniques by adding multiple colors, but I'm going to teach you guys really easy technique to be able to do things like shine lines, things like maybe like dark shadows through the hair, and with just a few sections, you can create something that's really unique, because we're used to seeing highlights coming from the root down to the ends or balayage, and I've been working a lot with color going more horizontal. So pretty much I have a couple models up here, but we also have some more that are going to join us in just a few moments.
This will work, Jessica.
Yeah, and then she's gonna walk around too, right?
Well, yeah, for sure.
Off you go, my love. If you can see.
All right, go ahead and have a seat here.
Who's excited to be here, guys? Woo! Wow, I love it. You guys are an awesome crowd, that's for sure.
There's our other models.
There they are.
So there's like a mix of some colors that are more bold, and then there are a mix of something more natural. So these are the same style of colors, but you know, in just different ways that you can change it really easily. Hi, Jacob.
Hey guys. So I don't know if anyone noticed that literally the first thing I did when I walked out here was cut my finger just now. So I just walked back and got some tape. These are super new, super sharp. I just gave myself a little nick. So rather than turn her hair pink, I just put a little duct tape on it backstage. But anyway, so I'm here to represent cutting for LPJ. So they have got color covered, seriously. So when I think about cutting, I have terminology that I use. We say fundamentally creative, right? So what does that mean? Who here is doing hair not just because it's their job, but because it's their creative outlet as well? Right. So an issue of mine that I had when I first started doing hair is that I wanted to run before I even really knew how to crawl, right? And every time I see these creative haircuts, the fundamental thing about it is that it's just mixed up basic techniques. No matter how creative a haircut is, it's one of 4 things that we can do when we're cutting hair, and you can mix them up in any way you want. So we can layer hair, we can graduate hair, we can cut hair at one length, or we can freehand hair, right? And those things will do different things for us. So layering will remove weight, it'll add movement. Graduation will build weight and add width. A line or a one length will draw the eye and create a frame. And texturizing in freehand is really just layering, right? Because we're removing weight and we're adding movement when we're texturizing and freehanding. So what I'm going to be doing today is a form of layering. It's a concave layering, which basically means layers that move from short to long, blending shorter lengths to long lengths. It's going to maintain her length, but it's also going to give her a lot of movement and shake and playfulness with her hair. And we're just going to be, right now it's very one length. And there's a little surprise that she'll show in the end once I'm done layering that we can see in the back, just for like a little extra flair and fun. So we always like to teach things that we actually do in the salon. So even though some of the stuff we do looks creative and progressive, our clients are definitely wearing all the time. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking vertical sections. I'm going to be elevating to about 90 degrees out square, and using a dry cutting technique, I'm going to be what we call stroking, for lack of a better word. We're going to be cutting down, which gives you like a little bit of a skip. It still creates a strong line, like an accurate line, but it's like, gives a razor technique on dry hair without actually having to use a razor. And I don't know about you guys, but we're all doing a lot of balayage in the salon right now. So I started doing a lot more. I've been doing a lot more dry cutting in the salon than I have before, because we don't want to put in all this beautiful color and then go in and cut it out. So I had to like learn ways to cut dry so that I could make my salon experience very fluid, right? So this is like some of the ways that I've started cutting. Hope you guys like. So vertical sections, holding out, and when you're doing it slow, it would look like this. So we have a flat hand position, and when we come out, we close slightly, which is going to just put a little C shape, a little concaves in the hair. And when we're moving quickly, it will look more like this. And you do have to be careful, because obviously you can cut yourself, which I did a minute ago. And right now she's basically just one length. She had this little bit of layering around the face. So we're just adding in, holding out, 90 degrees square, but then we are cutting short to long as we go down. And to me, I love it because it's like instant gratification. I can see the shape come right in. It gives me that softness and that movement right away without having to cut when it's wet and then shake it and then pray and then blow dry and then see how it comes out. So this is like a really nice way to, especially for your clients too, to see exactly what their hair is going to look like right away as you're cutting it. So.
All right, awesome. So I'm going to be teaching the balayage sandwich. It sounds yummy because it is yummy.
It's a pastrami on rye balayage.
Exactly, yeah. You can put whatever you want in.
Just wait till she gets the pizza foil.
Pizza foil! Okay, so the balayage sandwich consists of 3 different techniques into one, and that's why it's a sandwich, because they're going to be condensed together. Okay, so for the first step, well, I was going to start because you were talking, but I'll just put it down and start all over. So I do pretty big sections, you guys, and I do my clients a full color service in 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes the most, 30 minutes is the norm. Even with her hair length, because of the sections that I take. I take vertical back sections, and this is a pretty thick section. You guys see this, right? Okay, so for the balayage sandwich, there's 3 steps. The first step is taking the lowlights. They don't have to be perfect. Drop it, whatever it is, okay? And the second step is taking out baby highlights. Okay? And this is gonna be your color melt here. So just imagine, once this is done and lightened, and it's all blown out and beautiful, imagine this as the dimension, the color melt in the middle, a heavy color melt, and then the highlights on top have more of a perfect blend, what a perfect blend is gonna be, that's what I'm trying to say, okay? Still early, I haven't had my coffee. Oh wait, I did, I just need more.
You had 5.
Okay,
you don't get that much energy.
I'm gonna start painting, and I'm gonna go with the grain. When you go with the grain, you're gonna be adding more of a, how should I say, chunky, I hate that word, but more of a larger highlight, okay? When you're going against the grain, you're creating a really nice blend, okay? So I want to have a pretty thick highlight for her on the side. So I'm creating a nice, beautiful, sexy V.
We can't see.
Oh, sorry.
It's like an interactive class. It's okay.
Yeah. So, who's heard of Fermoir? My Fermoir boys? First of all, they're all hot, let's be real, okay? Have you seen them, man? But this brush, I can never balayage without any brush besides this brush. This brush is like the godly brush of all brushes, okay? So if you haven't used it, I suggest you do, and the reason why, the bristles are so soft that they give me the most cleanest swipes. Where I've tried every brush in the world, and this is the best of the best. Not only the brushes, but look what we got. We got foils, and what we love about it is the dispenser foil, so you can literally measure to the client's hair. So that's really awesome too. They have really awesome clips, folds, everything, but for the most part, I'm obsessed with their brushes. And also I wanted to mention that when I'm putting lightener on my brush, I'm almost putting nothing. Do you guys see this? Almost nothing. Because if you want like this, This is a lot. And put that on her, it's just gonna bleed right through, and you're gonna completely ruin what you were trying to do. Okay, so swipe it up. I always say less is more, because then you can go on and put more if you need it, okay? So as you see, I'm doing a heavy V on the sides. Everyone sees now? Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna go against the grain in the middle. And you guys are gonna see a little bit of my baby light technique today. And then I take my handy dandy comb. I talk about this comb like it's like the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me, because I'm obsessed with it, and my last show, it got stolen because that's how good it was, okay? So this comb, I got at Cosmoprof, couple bucks, nothing, but what I love about it is that the bristles are not too close together, okay? This is very important, guys, if you're gonna be doing baby lights. You wanna get a brush, and it's really sturdy too. You wanna get a brush that has far apart bristles, so once you comb through, you're not gonna take away everything that you just worked for. So you have to get one that's wide and it's more wide. Because if they're really close together, you're gonna comb through and take away everything that you've done, okay? So what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna just use literally the tip of my brush, maybe like half an inch of it. And why I do this? Because I have more control of what I wanna swipe away, okay? And I'm easily just gonna swipe, 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 and then look, you guys, look at those sexy baby lights in here. Do you see that? Simple as that. If you wanna know the whole, like, how I'm gonna do this, go to my next class tomorrow. But that's a little version of my baby light technique that you guys will be, if you'll be here, you will know all about it. So, Phil, what are you doing?
Right, so I'm halfway done. So who likes fast color applications? Yeah? And who likes maybe doing vivid or creative colors? Is there anybody here who hasn't dabbled in that? Okay, so that's cool. You know, a lot of times we do get these, and when I'm talking to my clients and they're, you know, of all ages, I let them know, like, these colors are so much fun because you get to change them out all the time. Like, it's way harder to change a brunette to a redhead, to a blonde, to a dark hair, but it's so easy to put like a dark purple on somebody's hair and give them dark hair one month, and then the next month change it to a pastel and stuff. So we have all these different options. But, so I do a lot of this within the salon. This is, I call it elevated color because I took cutting techniques and turned them into color techniques, and because it's just different and unique, people like my pictures a lot more. Yeah, I don't know. So what I've done here is what I've learned through adding elevation into the idea of color. It really works with color blocking, not so much like microfoiling. And what I want to do is, you know, when you want to create a harsh line, you don't hold the hair at any elevation, and you maybe don't put any tension on it, and you cut. That creates a line. Well, the opposite is lifting the hair up and creating a layer. And so I'm really well known for doing pixels, but that's the most editorial version of this kind of ideology. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking all of the hair and I'm lifting it up, and I'm putting a band of blue through the center. On the roots, I've got titanium Joico intensities with Olaplex, equal parts Olaplex. Here's mermaid blue and Joico intensities with equal parts Olaplex, and then going back into the silver here. And what it does, like, we don't know necessarily what it looks like when we put bands or curves in the hair when it's elevated. But what happens is what happens up here is mirrored down here, but it's perfectly blended. So you could put a really harsh line up here, and because you're layering the color, it falls more diffused with a way cooler diffusion. So if you guys want to do any kind of maybe like a bright spotlight through somebody's hair, you could literally put a really bold piece of lightener right in the center and create a splash light similar to my second model right here with the long hair. Lisa, could you stand up and give them a turn around? Sorry, you got me. So this is the effect that we're gonna get, except her palette is gonna be silver with soft blue through the center. Do you guys like that? Yeah. Yes, okay. And by the way, the other thing too is elevation doesn't stop at 90 degrees. Like if you really wanted to do something cool, maybe like my Power Ranger model here on the right, you can hold all of the hair in one place, put your color, and then let it fall, and what it happens above, it happens below. So if the color starts here, then it's gonna fall, and the hair is gonna move it back. Is that cool? So that's how she's got like a diagonal sign where everybody else is more horizontal color. It's like mind-blowing, and it's hard to think about sometimes, but next week you'll think about this and try it maybe. Cool. Jacob?
All right. So I'm bleeding. No.
Are you really?
I mean, yeah, but it's no big deal. So
Just a little blood on her hair. It's okay.
So something that changed a little bit with the haircut is that mostly it's all vertical sections all the way around the head, right? So starting right behind the ear is where I like to start when I'm doing my vertical sections. When I'm doing really any kind of layering on longer hair. And the reason for that is like, you ever have that moment where you're like in hair school or you just graduated, or maybe you're 20 years in, whatever, and you're cutting that layer in the back and like, ooh, these layers are looking really good, I love this length, and then you get to the side and you're like, oh man, that's a lot coming off. Like I've had that moment where I'm like, oh, well I'm just gonna slide up. You know, and we'll just leave it there, I don't want to scare anybody. You know. So now that I've started in the corner, it basically allows me to have that guide and know where it's gonna fall. Oh, thank you, a Band-Aid. This is not my slip of the tape. But it basically gives you that guide that will allow you to know where that layer is going to sit no matter where it is on the head, right? Because if I take it from right here, I know that this layer is going to sit nice in the front. And then if I bring it to the back and use it as a guide for the back, I'm able to know where that's going to sit in the back as well. And a lot of time when we pivot around through the back, starting in the back, our lengths change and we end up taking a little bit too much off through the front. So that's a way that I've been able to combat that and solve that problem for myself. With the fringe, basically what I did was take the diagonal section, basically off the eyebrow. I over-directed to the opposite side, and I used her cheekbone as a guide. And I used that same dry cutting technique that is actually going to build the weight up in a line like this, so that if she wants to wear it this way, she can, but then if she pushes it this way, she gets this nice, soft, short to long technique, short to long kind of fringe there, which I think complements her really well, and is really easy to do. Thank you. So easy fringe. Just take diagonal sections, match your subsection to your finger angle, and over direct, and all you have to